right. Well, guess we'll start practice today, getting ready for Central Michigan. They're a much improved football team, playing really good on defense. A lot of team speed on defense, and Central Michigan's a tough place to play. You know, I've been there several times when I was coaching at Kent. Mount Pleasant's a tough place to get to anyway. The travel's hard, and they always have a really raucous crowd, you know, student section especially. They do a great job there supporting the team, and it'll be a tough environment to play in. So certainly look forward to the opportunity and to get a win and get back on track here. And I think our team will come out and prepare well this week. The only injury we have coming out of the game is Austin Perkins broke his hand, and he'll have surgery and will be out for 2 weeks. He won't be back till the Georgia Southern game, so we'll miss him this week. But other than that, we're healthy as we've been, so ready to go. Any questions?
I'm sorry.
Didn't he go back and play?
Yeah, he played most of the game with it, actually, Jack. And Austin's played. He's one of the tough kids. You know, he's played really physical and played really well. So, you know, we have Chance Cook that play back there. Simmons will play back there. Chris Bell is still another guy. You know, we're trying to redshirt Chris, but we have 2 games left to still play him and still hang on to the red shirt. And so we're trying to get that done with him also.
What's the? I mean, Central Michigan struggled last year. What stands out to you as far as the first year coach turned it around like he has?
I think, you know, they're playing really good defense. You know, they're not giving up a lot of explosion plays, not giving up a lot of points, and they play with really good team speed. That's always been a place that has talent. You know, Central Michigan is they have excellent facilities. They've got a lot to recruit to. They're building a brand new facility in the end zone right now. So that's one of the places that, you know, they can attract recruits because of the support and what they put into their football program.
How are you guys getting there? I know it's a tough trip, you know, like
Cab, taking a cab. You know, we'll leave out of here early Friday morning and get up. So we have, I think, a 7:30 walk through here that morning, and then be a pretty early flight and get up there and get ready to go.
Are you with Josh? You said that he's going to continue starting. Like, has he lost confidence, or how do you keep his confidence going? I guess.
Well, I think, you know, confidence again comes from being prepared, and Josh is always prepared. You know, nobody works harder than Josh. He was over here yesterday watching film. He'll be over here today watching film. And you know, he's doing a lot of really good things. It's just the mistakes that Josh is making are critical. You know, the turnovers, and you know, especially those Saturday where we're both of them, I guess, were going in to score. So those get magnified. But I think guys that are very intelligent and guys that work as hard as he does, you don't have to worry about confidence. You know, they bring that themselves. And I just had a very frank talk with Josh Sunday. We watched the film together, and you know, it's just to talk about how you've got to play. You know, there's 2 guys that get way too much credit when you win. That's the head coach and the quarterback. And there's guys that get a lot of blame when you lose, and that's the quarterback. So that's just part of playing that position. And he's got to fight through that, and he does need to play better in those critical situations. You just can't turn the ball over. But you know, it's all over football. I was watching the Cleveland Browns last night, you know, and Baker Mayfield turns the ball over 3 or 4 times. And, you know, he throws a low ball in the goal line, it gets tipped up, and it's an interception. Well, is it because the ball wasn't caught or because it was an inaccurate throw? Well, it's both. And that's kind of what's happening with Josh a little bit too. So he's still a young player, but he does a lot of really good things. Mentally, he's far ahead of most players at his age, and he'll bounce back.
Coach, how do you push away? Go ahead.
How encouraging has the defense been the last 2 weeks?
Well, it's encouraging. The improvement is encouraging, Adam. You know, they really stumbled in the New Mexico game, and then since that time we've gotten better each week. And we've really just gone back to just fundamentals of defense. You know, just we took out a lot of stuff, made it simpler, and just working on fundamentals in practice and going back to basics. And the guys have responded to that and played well. And we're just not giving up as many big plays as we did before is the biggest thing.
Coach, how do you push away a first half of the season and then look forward to a second half season where you've got great opportunities?
Yeah, that's the talk today, Tom, with the team is, you know, that it's a whole new season now. It's a 6-game season. Let's go see if we can get a winning season out of this, starting with this week. And it's hard, you know, because we all had a lot of great expectations for the start of this season. I really think we've got a good football team. We've just really been our own worst enemy, made some mistakes, and let a couple of games get away that we shouldn't have. But, nobody's going to sit around and feel sorry for us, so we can't feel sorry for ourselves either. And it's just about picking up and moving forward.
Coach, what about the penalties last week?
I mean, it is what it is. Some of them you agree with, some of them you don't, Jack. I know a couple times we were offsides defensively. You just can't. You got to key the ball. You can't key the snap count. That got us several times. We got some holding penalties, which honestly, those are going to happen with our offensive line right now. With the many young guys as we're playing, the injuries we've had in the offensive line, we're just going to have to live with that. But we're playing hard. We're playing physical. So hopefully that'll make up for some of that.
OJ and Tony obviously have had good years as far as receivers. Typically, you spread the ball out to more than two guys. Do you feel like you need a couple more targets to emerge this season?
Would certainly like that. Lottie has been very consistent for us. He's made a lot of plays. He missed a game with injury. Robert Downs has missed 2 games with injuries now, but he was a guy that we were targeting a lot too. So hopefully Robert should be healthy this week to go. He played very sparingly Saturday, so that's part of that. Navion Mitchell's a guy that's getting a lot of catches also from wide receiver position. So, I'd like to see us spread it out a little bit more. But when you do have guys like Tony and OJ that are kind of special players, we do have things designed just to get them the ball, probably a little bit more than other people. And, right now they're responding by making plays.
How did the offensive line, it was at least this game one starting line, I believe you had with Jalen back in the lineup. So did they play better than
I think we're battling up there, Jason. We're really depleted up front, and, Jalen is playing with a bad ankle. Trujillo's playing with a bad knee. We're beat up there, but those guys are giving everything they possibly got to give. And at times we get overwhelmed up front because of the youth and those type of things. But I think they're playing about as well as they can play with what they're dealing with right now.
You had a lot more sacks this last week.
Yeah, we gave up a couple more on Josh, though, taking a sack when he should.
Sorry, your defense made a lot of sacks.
Defense had a couple. That's one of the things that helped us. We were getting pressure on the quarterback. Even when we weren't getting the sack, we were hitting the quarterback, and that did help us quite a bit. We got him off rhythm a little bit, and they weren't able to get the ball to their primary receiver, who's a dynamic player. So, those things have helped us in the back end too, Jack. We're not having to cover quite as long as what we were earlier in the year.
You did a pretty good job on Gandy Golden, too.
Yeah, we doubled him a lot during the game. They do a nice job. They motion him around to try to keep you from being able to double him, and so he got free a couple of times. But I think we held him to 4 catches, I believe, for the game, and it's about as well as anybody has done with him. Yeah.
What is Central Michigan, or what do these guys do on defense?
They're a 4-down team, are very similar to our defense. Play a lot of zone coverages. They're not a blitz team. That they don't give up a lot of big plays. They're going to keep everything in front of them. I think they run really well. They'll play some man coverage on the outside at times, but they're just playing really well together, playing hard.
What's it like seeing? Huntley the last couple of weeks, and you gave him the ball a lot on Saturday against a team that you said was a good defensive front, and you guys were able to kind of keep them honest on the ground.
Yeah, Jason's playing about as well as he can possibly play. He's creating some opportunities for himself. He's making our line better up front because of his speed, and he's helping us in the passing game a lot too. The many times you can get him the ball, the better off you are. So, that again, he's one of those guys. In the passing game, we have a certain amount of plays that the ball is designed to get specifically to him, and if we can hand it to him, we'd love to as many times as we can when you get a good look up front. So the better you're throwing the ball, the better looks he gets up front to run. And, but he's taking advantage of the opportunities. He's been a great leader for us too. He's one of the toughest kids I've been around, and that's why he'll play, beyond this level. He's going to get a chance to play because of his versatility and just his toughness. Guy never misses a practice. I don't think I've ever seen Jason Huntley miss a practice since I've been here. And he's a winner. He's a winner.
Is Christian okay? You said he had a hamstring.
Yeah, Christian's got a hamstring that he's really nursing. He's going to be limited today in practice. We used him, I think, on 5 or 6 plays Saturday is about all he could do. And that happened late in the week, so it was kind of hard to plan for that last week. We have a little bit more chance to plan a little bit better for it this week. But, Christian's another one of those guys. He's tough as nails, and he'll give us everything he's got. So we're just going to try to rest him as much as we can this week, and hopefully he'll be able to play Saturday.
Was Saturday the best you've seen Lomax play this year?
That was one of his better games, I would think, for this year, certainly. Yeah, I thought he played the ball much better at him, played really aggressive, tackled well. And, Shemad responds to a challenge, and he had been challenged to step up his play, and certainly did that. So I look forward to seeing him finish his senior year that way.
Any other questions for Coach?
What is Central Michigan, what's important for your defense on Saturday? What do they do well?
I think it's the same thing that we've done the last 2 weeks, Jason. We can't give up the deep ball. We've done a pretty good job of not giving up explosion pass plays. And we got to continue to get pressure on the quarterback. Our front and linebackers have got to get there when we do blitz, and just make sure we get him on the ground, or at least hit him and get him off rhythm throwing the ball. We may be dealing with a little bit of weather up there too, so I'm not sure with the wind and those type of things how that'll affect the passing game, but that'll be something to be considered up there.
So this is, you're kind of familiar with this league and that area. Like, what's that like for you going back up there to coach there?
There's some familiarity there. Obviously, I know, Central Michigan, we played, I think, they were on the other side of the division, but we played them quite a bit when I was at Kent. And like I say, they're one of the places they really support football, and they've got a great tradition of football. Herb Duranomy was the first coach there that really got them going, and he averaged like 9 wins a season. And they're one of the places they're always ahead of the curve, building facilities. Brian Kelly, who's the head coach at Notre Dame, was the head coach there. Butch Jones, who was the head coach at Tennessee, was the head coach there. A lot of guys have been successful there because, again, football's important. I mean, they're going to support it. And like I say, watching the film now, they're building a brand new facility down in one of the end zones right now. So they'll be able to recruit the top tier players in Michigan and in Ohio, which is really good high school football in both those areas, because of what they can sell. When a kid comes there to visit and he looks around at the facilities they have and at the commitment they have to build more, it's a selling point. And so they're always going to have great players there.
When you're doing when the administration is doing the schedule, I think this was like going against the leagues like the Sun Belt and the MAC. These are good games for you as long as the school's an independent, I would imagine.
This is a very good game for us. Yeah, I think this part of the schedule, these last 6 games of our schedule, including last week, are really fair. It's really good scheduling. So, we just got to play better and win some of these games. And the only thing, what's frustrating is the only thing that's stopping us from winning is us. And it's really just the turnovers. I know we had the one glitch there at UNM defensively where we didn't play well and we played great on offense. But other than that, it's really just been the turnovers. And we're in every game. San Diego State, we're in the game. Fresno, we're in the game. Obviously, Saturday with Liberty, we're definitely in the game. But we're just not giving ourselves a chance because of the turnovers. And that's what's frustrating. I think we've got a good team. I think we've got a team that can win. I think the players believe that. But the self-inflicted wounds, we just have to stop. And we're a little bit different than a program like Central Michigan. We don't have those type of facilities and all that stuff to recruit to. We have to develop players here, and it takes us time to develop those guys. And so our margin of error is very small. And so when we hurt ourselves and we have those self-inflicted wounds, it's magnified for us. We just can't overcome putting ourselves in those situations.